Hey, it's your second cousin Curly, just back from my trip to the Southland, where I visited Nashville and Merlefest, among other places. At Merlefest, the giant roots music festival, I was struck by the prevalence of drums in a lot of outfits that were playing some flavor of what might be called bluegrass. Even the Kruger brothers had a drummer. Now, a lot of folks say, Curly, what's the big hang-up with drums and bluegrass? And so, never one to skirt controversy, I'm here to hold forth with my ideas about why, in general, it's a bad idea to have a drummer in a bluegrass outfit. Now, I'm not just saying this because there's this tradition of not having drums in bluegrass bands. What I would ask instead is, why is that the tradition? Why, when Bill Monroe started the Bluegrass Boys, why didn't he have a drummer? I mean, after all, he was borrowing from the jazz and blues traditions where they had drummers, and jug bands before bluegrass had various types of percussion, so why not have a drummer? And I think it goes to the instrumentations that are in the bluegrass band. If you think about it, you got the banjo, which is a pretty percussive instrument to begin with. Then you've got the double bass with that thudding backbeat. And then you've got the mandolin, you know, with that chop that Bill Monroe innovated. I mean, that's a pretty strong rhythmic element there. All you got to do, if you don't believe me, is go look online at any of the videos of these all-star mandolin lineups that they have sometimes. There was one at Merlefest, in fact, and you get, 12 hotshot mandolinists all chopping behind, while one of them takes a solo. And, it sounds like a forced march there, that chop. If you ask me, they ought to trade off on the chopping as well as the soloing. So, in my view, putting a drummer behind that kind of traditional bluegrass ensemble, it's like putting a rhythmic armor onto something that it just doesn't need it. It's already got that rhythmic structure. And it makes the whole thing sound kind of clunky and earthbound. Whereas at its best, a bluegrass band can really be light on its feet rhythmically and can really swing. But that said, every rule is meant to be broken. And, if we can bring Max Roach back from the other side and liberate Chris Bear from his band, I'd love to hear them play, How Mountain Girls Can Love any day of the week. Those are my thoughts. Let's hear yours, and come back soon.